Welcome back, everybody. Hot Mic rolls on live on location here at Bison Proday. We're by ourselves because everybody's over in the weightlifting area because the weightlifting drills are going on. Mason Miller just repped, I think 30 is what Sam Getzinger is telling us. Eli Mostard had a big turnout as well, so we'll keep an updated on that. Our next guest, we have a ton of people watching Rapid City and Sioux Falls. They know my next guest here. Mark Zabel joins us, of course, Gray's dad, on what is a big day, the last check mark to be checked off here today. It's great to see you. How you been?
Yeah, great, Dom. Thanks for having me this morning.
How popular a guy are you? Do the NFL scout, they call mom and dad? Do they ask about what Gray's like?
They have not. We've run into a few in our travels, which has been kind of nice to meet some of them guys, but it's been a very overwhelming experience for us.
You have been on the road. You went to Mobile. We talked to you when you were down there. You were also in Indianapolis. So now this is the last step. Just how do you encapsulate what the last couple of months have been like?
Yeah, it's been surreal as a parent, getting to go to them places, do them type of things, and just coming up here is fun for us because we get to see a lot of the parents.
Well, you get to see Jet as well.
Yes, get to see Jet. Had dinner with him.
Yeah.
Get to see a lot of Gray's teammates, their parents that we become friends with. So it's awesome experience.
Has it clicked yet that this part of the journey is almost over?
Yeah, I was thinking about this is probably the last time we're going to be up here for Gray. We'll be here because of Jet for the next 4 years, so that's exciting. So, yeah, we look forward to it.
That part, I mean, that's 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago in the recruiting process to start about Fargo, North Dakota State. What goes through your mind when I ask you about that?
It just, back then it was unknown. You just wonder, can my kids compete at the college level? And you don't know as a parent. You're always kind of second-guessing yourself in the back of your mind. And Wilson was just telling me how they used to make fun of Gray when he was a freshman, skinny freshman up here trying to find his way.
Well, Gray was telling me he looked like a giraffe when he was out there playing that spring year.
I think Gray weighed like 240,
that's what he told me.
pounds maybe when he came up here. So kudos to Coach Kramer and the crew up here for putting him in this position.
We've talked often, but not since the Senior Bowl. So he goes and is the Senior Bowl Practice Player of the Week, and that week seemingly changed everything about the draft chatter about him. What was that like to witness as dad?
Yeah, it was. You truly, as a parent, you're not sure how they're doing out there. I mean, Tana kept asking me, how's Gray doing? And I think
he's doing okay, right?
Get back to the motel after we start looking at social media a little bit, and they're shouting out Gray on it. And so we're just very thankful, very blessed that he stayed healthy through this whole process, and just Gray's had fun with it. I mean, a lot of kids would be really stressed out, but I think Gray's type of personality.
I don't think he ever gets. Does he ever get stressed out?
He probably does. He doesn't show it much. If he does, I mean, he likes to have fun, so he's enjoyed the process. And he just was telling me about all the new friends he made along the way and people he's got to meet that, they'll be lifelong friends going forward.
It seemed like guys flocked to him down in Mobile simply because of what he did in terms of, oh, boy, I want to go up against him. I got to know this guy. Did you get a sense of that as well being down there?
I did. I got to go talk to one of the defensive linemen there one day just sitting at the hotel. He was sitting there. Joshua Farmer from Florida State.
He was all right. Those guys went up a few times.
They've got to know each other very well that week down there. And Joshua is just such a nice young man that it's just interesting talking to him,
Who's also going to be a pretty high draft pick as well next month.
He was,
The realization after that, okay, maybe we had thoughts of maybe sometime on Friday, this may happen in the first round. I mean, have you wrapped your mind around that yet?
Yeah, you see some of these mock drafts, and it's kind of overwhelming a little bit as a parent, Dom, as you just kind of go through and try and process this, and it's getting closer and closer here as we come up to it. So it's just like, we don't know what to prepare for. So
I was visiting with Gray about this yesterday. So you have a big party planned. I know he took notes from Cody's party a couple years ago. So is everybody in Pierre invited to this?
Absolutely, they're invited. Everyone in South Dakota we know is invited to it, Dom.
Well, you told me you live around all Jackrabbit fans. Are they going to come as well?
It is. I think there will be a few Jackrabbit fans there. So,
but they grew up obviously watching Gray play. I mean, when was your first instinct that, okay, he's got ability that maybe can transcend even the college level, that professional football may be in his future?
Oh, boy, that's a great question, Dom. I don't know. It's just fun to watch Gray progress up through, running cross country when he was a 6th grader in Pierre, because you couldn't play just middle school football yet, and just going through the process. And he's just had he's been surrounded with a lot of very good trainers, football coaches, just support people that we've been fortunate to be part of 2 very good football programs at Pierre High School.
You guys
and
never
at
lose.
North Dakota State.
And
so
NDSU doesn't lose.
We're just very fortunate for that, and that I think that molded Gray into the type of football player he is, and person he is today.
All of the kind of clothing you have is green related, right? From
Yeah,
Pierre and
absolutely.
NDSU. So
Yes.
as the Packers have to be, or the Jets or somebody like that have to be for him to be drafted to?
That would make it easier. So, we'll just be happy with whoever. We'll be a fan of whatever team drafts Gray. So,
how much has he shared about what the post-combine has been like in terms of calls, meetings? He was doing a Zoom, he told me yesterday before he came to the studio. Has he shared a whole lot on that?
Yeah, Gray does. Gray and I, we talk several times every day.
Yeah.
We always have. We've been very close, and I'm very grateful for that. But he shared a lot with me, and I think it's just good to have an outlet for him to visit with someone that, can talk about this stuff, and we can share stuff. But he's been extremely busy with, going to dinner with people, have Zoom meetings and all that. And it's just been a pretty surreal experience.
The fact that he gets a chance to go and visit these places, or especially the next month, he's going to go.
Yes.
He might be even busier the next 30 days than he has been the last couple months.
I would agree with that, because he shared his travel schedule with me, and it's just he's going to be on the go. So he's trying to get some clothes yesterday out of Halberstad's, that he can wear to these things.
Yeah.
So you can't wear shorts and a sweatshirt.
No,
to him.
you got to look the part
so
now.
He's got some pretty cool NDSU stuff, and he's geared up and ready to go.
I know we'll talk prior to the draft, but I'll ask this now. What do you think is going to go through your mind? That phone rings, whether it's Thursday or Friday, and your son is going to be an NFL player.
Oh, it might be a bit emotional, Dom.
Yeah.
So as a parent, you just see it. I've got to watch the whole, from when he was young, trying to play catch with him in the backyard and teach him how to hit a baseball and catch a ball and stuff like that. To see that transcend into this is pretty overwhelming.
To that story you told me when we were in Vermilion about him getting inserted in the state championship game, right?
Yes.
Played center. He never played center before.
Right.
I mean, to have that moment to now be capped off with this.
And we've just been fortunate as parents. We've been part of so many really cool athletic moments.
Yeah.
It's just been, we've been very blessed that way. Our family has been.
I appreciate your time. I know you want to get going, but one last thing. You went to the Combine. The family did. So for us football fans, what is that like to experience? Is it something that football fans should go, or is it like, well, if you only have a rooting interest, that's the only reason to go to Indianapolis for that?
I thought it was pretty awesome. I couldn't believe on TV you can't tell how many people are
No.
there. But they're like Saturday especially, there had to be 12 to 14,000
No
people
kidding.
there in the stands,
Wow.
all down at the one end and stuff like that. So it was neat. It was just a great experience getting to be around them the guys Gray's competing with, getting to meet more of them kids and just hear their experiences with it and stuff like that, and just getting to meet some people part of it. That's
awesome.
It's been an awesome experience, Dom.
So great to see you again. Thanks
you,
so
my
much for
friend.
the time. Be well, all right?
We
Enjoy this
appreciate
today. We'll
you.
be in touch soon, okay?
All right, sounds great.
Mark
Thanks, Dom.
Zabel joining us from Pierce, South Dakota. His son, of course, Gray, going through the drills here today on Bison Proday. We come back. Kevin Miller's going to join us, Cam's dad, before we wrap up the show. Final half hour here of Hot Mic live on location. Back after this.